The first of 272 games in the regular season. Buckle up. The Cowboys, the Eagles, underway to begin 2025.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played out a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs and have a major impact.
Play action now. Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first. They're going to look to throw.
This one swung out to Williams.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
A man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in an Eagle uniform, it's Miles Sanders. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Here's Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practice.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment.
Here's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50.
That is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He didn't expect this year to be any different.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
A quick throw here out to Brown.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He gets this one to Mechie.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kylan Granson,
34 yards.
And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener.
And that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Prescott
finds Pickens outright.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Prescott from the gun on third. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Jalen Carter now with his second sack here on opening night.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got Brown on the out route complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Hurts.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
No big surprise. Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A first down carry for Barkley.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Looking to throw on second down.
Hurts. Right side, complete to Mechie.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he stopped immediately there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
The tight end in motion right. Up the middle with Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Brown goes in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6, and now it's 3rd down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the left hash, this from 34. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Prescott.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott yet again. Finding Williams once more, complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Prescott to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Throwing, Prescott. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these 2 coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Now Hurts on the option right.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
In there to drop him for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Prescott.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Targets Lamb on the comebacker. Pass is complete. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and a yard.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Prescott down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now Prescott.
Fires a slant complete to Tolbert.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jalen Tolbert.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, what was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
All right, Scott, thank you. The rain, if anything, maybe intensified while you were covering the halftime report. We'll see how these two coaching staffs want to approach this second half to come. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This will be caught by Brown.
From the 41, here's second down and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's Prescott.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Prescott. It's caught. Tolbert. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe, because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a 1-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Shedding through the defense. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A short one there, caught by Granson. A short one there, caught by Granson. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Hurts.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Throw left side complete. That's Smith.
2nd down and 8. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Granson, his tight end. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defensive front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
John Mechie
from 3 yards out.
And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So Dak and the Cowboys down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 55 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
To throw, Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. Here's Dak.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now Dak.
Being chased out left.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And this one is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Philadelphia, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.